What if the man you married had a secret so dark it threatens your own very life? A tale of betrayal, faith, and redemption unfolds as one bride uncovers the chilling truths behind her husband's wealth. Will she break free, or will the darkness consume her? Watch till the very end to witness the shocking twist in this gripping African folktale. Stay tuned. Ngozi was a kind and prayerful young woman living in Lagos, a bustling city full of life and opportunities. She worked as a school teacher, loved by her students for her gentle ways and by her colleagues for her wisdom. Though life in the city was fast-paced and sometimes overwhelming, Ngozi found peace in her faith. Every evening, after the noise of the day had quieted, she would kneel by her bedside and pray for a good husband, a man who loved God, respected her, and would build a home rooted in faith and love. One Sunday after church, Ngozi's life took an unexpected turn. As she walked out of the church gates, a sleek black car pulled up beside her. A tall, handsome man stepped out, his bright smile drawing attention from the crowd. His name was Chijioke, and he was everything people admired in Lagos. A wealthy businessman who had climbed the ladder of success. His deep voice and confident demeanor left Ngozi slightly flustered when he introduced himself.
I noticed you during the service.
He said,
You have a peaceful presence. May I give you a ride home?
Ngozi hesitated, but after a moment she nodded. There was something captivating about Chijioke, though she couldn't place her finger on it. Over the next few weeks, Chijioke pursued her with relentless charm. He bought her flowers, took her to a fine restaurant, and made her laugh like no one else had. He told her stories about his rise from humble beginnings to becoming the owner of a successful logistics company. Ngozi's family was thrilled when they learned of Chijioke's interest in her. To them, he was a dream come true, rich, good-looking, and polite. But as the courtship deepens, Ngozi noticed one thing that unsettled her. While she prayed daily and invited him to join her, Chijioke always declined.
Prayer is not necessary for me.
He would say with a dismissive smile.
Everything I need, I already have.
Ngozi dismissed her concerns, reasoning that his faith might grow in time. After all, no one was perfect. Their wedding was a grand affair, held at one of the city's most luxurious hotels. Guests arrived in designers' outfits. The reception hall glittered with chandeliers and the air buzzed with excitement. Ngozi felt she was living in a fairy tale as she walked down the aisle in her white lace gown. When she exchanged vows with Chijioke, her heart brimmed with hope. After the wedding, Ngozi moved into Chijioke's large modern home in Ikoyi. The house was breathtaking with marble floors, crystal fixtures, and a spacious garden. But as she settled into her new life, she began to notice strange things. Every evening, Chijioke would disappear into a locked room on the second floor. He told her it was a private study and that she should never disturb him there. At first, she respected his wishes, but curiosity gnawed at her. On one occasion, she pressed her ears against the door and heard muffled murmurs like chanting. It sent chills down her spine. Then there was her health. Not long after the wedding, Ngozi began to feel unusually tired and sick. No matter how much she rested, she never regained her energy. Strangely, during these times, Chijioke's business thrived. He would come home with news of record-breaking profits or new lucrative contracts, always attributing his success to hard working and timing. Ngozi's unease grew. One day, during a routine visit to her parents, she confided in her mother. "Mama, something doesn't feel right," she said. "I can't explain it, but it feels like Chijioke's success is connected to my struggles." Her mother dismissed her concerns. "Ngozi, you're overthinking this thing, oh. Chijioke is a good man. Not every blessing needs to be questioned, my daughter." But Ngozi couldn't shake the feeling. That week, she decided to seek guidance from Mama Ada, an elderly woman known in Lagos for her wisdom and spiritual insights. Mama Ada lived in a modest bungalow on the outskirts of the city. When Ngozi arrived and explained her troubles, The old woman listened intently, her face growing sober. "My child," Mama Ada said after a long pause, "your husband's success is not ordinary. He has tied his fortune to you through that covenant. You are his sacrifice." Ngozi's heart pounded in disbelief. "Sacrifice? What do you mean?" "Some people," Mama Ada explained, "choose the path of darkness to gain wealth and power. They make agreements with spirits, offering something in return. Usually the life or happiness of someone they love. Your husband has tied your life force to his wealth. As you suffer, he prospers." Ngozi left Mama Ada's house in tears, her mind reeling. She decided to investigate. That night, while Chijioke was out, she found the key to a forbidden room. Her hands trembled as she unlocked the door. Inside, she found an altar draped in black cloth with strange objects placed on it. Bones, candles, and a small wooden figure with hollow eyes. On the wall hung a ledger with her name written in bold letters, followed by dates and symbols she didn't understand. Ngozi felt a wave of nausea as the realization hit her. She was the foundation of Chijioke's wealth. When Chijioke returned home, she confronted him. "What have you done to me?" she demanded, holding the ledger in her shaking hands. Chijioke's expression hardened.
You don't understand.
He said coldly,
Everything I've done was for us, our future.
"At what cost?" Ngozi cried. "You've stolen my health, my peace, and my freedom. How could you?"
Enough!
Chijioke shouted, his voice echoing through the house.
You are my wife. This is your duty.
Terrified, Ngozi packed a bag that night and fled to Mama Ada's house. There, she began a period of intense fasting and praying under the woman's guidance. They prayed daily, asking for divine intervention to break the covenant. Meanwhile, Chijioke's life began to unravel. His businesses flirted, deals fell apart, and his once loyal partners abandoned him. Desperate, he tried to perform another ritual, but it failed. The spirits he had bargained with demanded more, something he could no longer provide. As Ngozi continued her prayers, she had a dream. In it, a radiant light surrounded her, and a gentle voice said, "Ngozi, you are free. Have faith and do not fear." When Ngozi woke up, she felt an overwhelming peace. That day, she returned to her home to face Chijioke. She found him sitting in the living room, his face gaunt and his eyes filled with regret.
I've lost everything.
He whispered.
Please forgive me.
Ngozi looked at him, her heart heavy with a mix of anger and pity. "I forgive you," she said quietly, "but you must turn away from this path. Destroy everything and start anew." With Ngozi's help, Chijioke destroyed the altar and all the items connected to the covenant. It wasn't easy, but he agreed to rebuild his life honestly. Though they faced financial struggles, they found joy in their faith and in each other. Over time, Chijioke became a humble man who warned others about the dangers of greed and shortcuts to success. Wealth and love built on deceit will crumble. True prosperity comes from faith, integrity, and hard work. Thanks for watching. Sharing is caring. Go ahead and share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. See you in my next video. Bye!